Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Now, one of the reasons I wanted to stay in Hoi An was because it's so close to the beach and I love the beach. And I promise you guys, after rain comes sunshine, and today that finally became reality. So today, let's explore the beaches of Hoi An. Now, before we continue, as an aspiring YouTuber, there are a lot of skills I need to be working on. And one of those is reporting at the places I visit. This is pretty important, right? So I wanted to show my first attempt, but let's say there's room for growth. Welcome to another beach. Pine tree? Yeah. No. Yeah. So far, the
skills matter.
empty buildings as well, so I feel like, yeah, maybe. Anyways, so thank you. Welcome to the first beach, which is the northernmost beach we are going to visit today, and a little bit further away from the old town of Hoi An, but still not more than a 15-minute drive by scooter or Grab. We could park our bike here for free, and people did not immediately approach us to invite us into their restaurants. But if your stomach is feeling empty, there are enough options. There are also plenty of sunbeds without it feeling too overcrowded. Now, the beach itself is pretty nice and wide. It lays on the border of resort territory, and those beaches you are not allowed to visit, which makes this beach feel a bit more secluded in a good way. Overall, I think this beach is for those who are looking for a quieter spot but still want the conveniences of restaurants and sunbeds nearby. Time to go to our second beach. Now, this beach is by far the most famous beach of Hoi An. It was once named one of the 50 most beautiful beaches in the world by CNN, and in 2024 it was voted by TripAdvisor reviewers as one of the 10 most beautiful beaches in Asia. Now honestly, me personally can't really agree with that, but nonetheless it's still a beautiful place to relax. However, it's definitely the busiest beach out here and has a lot of restaurants and other amenities, which seem to go for a bohemian vibe. Overall, I think this beach is the best for people who like to eat and drink along the beach or who like to visit the beach in the evenings. Time for our next beach. Now, this beach and Hidden Beach are right next to each other, and I would say this one is the quieter sister. There are more palm trees compared to a lot of other beaches, which gives it a bit more of a tropical vibe. You could check out the fishermen who go out in their basket boats and relax a little bit. Hidden Beach seems a bit more crowded with people playing sports and relaxing on their sunbeds. There is also a restaurant and even a place to get a massage. Entering Hidden Beach, you see this massive black thing laying on the beach reaching into the ocean. At first sight, I thought it was an oil pipe or something, but it turned out to be some kind of huge sandbag against the erosion. Now, unfortunately, erosion is quite a problem over here, and one of the reasons you find so many abandoned resorts and other buildings, which almost gives it an eerie feeling sometimes. Until about 25 years ago, this coastal land was still covered in forest that protected the coastline, but most of that forest had to make way for resorts, and today the resulting erosion is damaging those same resorts. Another little side note, unfortunately the beaches are really being taken over by trash, so please just make sure to pick up your trash. But I will stop nagging now. Now let's move on to one of the last beaches in Hoi An, which were also my favorite so far. There are multiple beaches under the same name with one bigger beach and some smaller ones. I will show you 3 of the quieter ones which were also my favorites. Now you can stretch your way to the first beach on a green runway.
You wanna be on top?
That walk, oh my goodness.
This little bay is really unknown with very few amenities, but enough sunbeds for the few people that visit. It's perfect for everyone looking for some rest. Moving on to the second one. Now, as you guys just saw, this beach is just as quiet and peaceful as the other one, but this beach has a bit more facilities. Now, you could rent a sunbed here as well, but you can even rent a hammock. And yeah, you could even get some snacks, some food, some drinks. So definitely more family friendly. Now, the last one has an abandoned building that I can actually appreciate. This massive concrete structure looks like a museum right next to the beach. But what it actually is or should have been, I honestly don't know, and unfortunately I couldn't find any information about it. So if you know, let me know in the comments or else give me your best guess. At the beach there are some sunbeds that we took use of, which cost us 60,000 dong, which is about 2 euros for 2 beds, so that's not bad at all. You could also order drinks and even food. Now, we visited in March and the water was cold, but not too cold for me once you got in. There's not much to see when you go snorkeling, so I think actually all of the beaches here are best enjoyed to just cool down and take a little swim, whenever you feel like escaping the busy old town or the summer heat. Now, for my favorite beach experience, we are visiting Cham Island. We booked the speedboat with a pickup at our hotel, and the pickup went pretty smoothly, and arriving at the harbor we didn't have to wait for long at all, and we were guided towards our speedboat, and the boat ride only took about 20 minutes. Right after arriving we booked a snorkel tour. Now during the snorkel tour they actually just brought us to some beaches that are easily walkable from the harbor where we just arrived. So if you are booking a snorkel tour, make sure they bring you to some of the smaller islands around the big island, because at the beaches we went the visibility was not that great and we heard better stories about the smaller islands. After snorkeling we just relaxed a bit on the beach and already had to go back. Now this island is very beautiful and perfect to relax and swim, and in my opinion the best that the Hoi An region has to offer when it comes to beaches. Now the downside is that for a day trip you have to go there and leave quite early, so I would definitely recommend staying there a night or two to really relax a bit and explore the island. Most low budget accommodations seem to be around 400,000 dong, which is about 15 euro a day, so that's not too bad either. Well, that concludes this video. I hope you enjoyed it and make sure to like, comment and subscribe to the channel, and definitely stay tuned for my favorite beach experience in Vietnam in a new video that's still about to come. Also, thanks for watching and see you next Monday. Bye!